Hello. Hey, everybody. It is Wednesday. It's 4 o'clock, at least here in the Pacific time. Hi, Jennifer. It's good to see you. Welcome. You made it. You did. Look, all of a sudden people are popping in. I'm sorry about last week. Our little Chubaloo puppy had a moment of apparent overload of food, but he's doing well. He's been on I'm trying to decide if I like Fido Watchers or Fido Craig. I can't decide, but he's been on a diet. So who's going to ask the first question? I guess, Jennifer, it's going to be you because you're the only one in the room. Do you want to ask something? Hi, little grasshopper. Long time no see. Okay. Motivational vibes. Good. Yes, Katerina, you can ask the question in the chat. Good to see you. I'm glad you made it. Jennifer, I'm going to take motivational vibes. Oh, I'm going to take Jennifer first, motivational vibes, because we were chatting before I saw your question. Do you see me making a move? I'm assuming that's a physical move from your residence. Let me see. I think I'll use the Royale deck for that. I want you to pick. Everything's okay with Lucky. Yeah, he just basically, this is the problem. Lucky has Jupiter and Venus in Taurus, and I have my moon in Taurus, and his Jupiter and his Venus sit on either side of me. So I always like to give him food. I like to give him treats. He gets so excited. He jumps up and down. He likes to play hide and seek. He likes to do puzzles. And we were just letting him do too many. And he's just turning into the Orson Welles of dogs. And then he doesn't move, and he can't move, and he breathes heavily. And I had a panic attack. I thought he was poisoned or something. But he was fine the next morning. So we're all good. And he's on a diet, much to his chagrin. Okay. So we are looking now at Jennifer's move. Do I see you making a move this year, right? Pile 1, 2, or 3, Miss Jennifer. One, 2, or 3. We do Jennifer, motivational vibes, and then we're going to do Katerina. Looking for 1, 2, or 3? 3, please. Okay. The 6 of Cups, the 8 of Swords, the 6 of Wands, and the Queen of Swords. You know, what I would say here, Jennifer, is that there's something going on that is preventing you from, the move would be something that you would, okay. The 6 of Cups represents our childhood. It represents innocence. It represents, the boy handing the cup of love to the girl. Everything's growing. And I feel like the move that you're looking for is a move back to a more innocent time. I don't know if it's a move back to home, your home state, your hometown, but it feels like it's something that you want to feel warm and fuzzy. Now we go into the opportunity, the obstacle, and we have the 8 of Swords, which is really about my mind wrapping me up into all the reasons why I cannot do what I want to do or what my obligations are. You see the hands are bound. You see she has on a blindfold, and she's surrounded by those swords. So I think that what they're saying is that there's victory over this, because this is the angel's advice. The 6 of Wands is victory after the war. This would be the war of you. The war of you telling yourself, yes, I can. No, I can't. I need to be near my children. I want to move near my children, something to do with children or a more innocent time. Now I see the Queen of Swords. Warm. Yeah, it could be. I was thinking warm neighborhood. I don't know if it's a warm climate, but that could be that too. Now we have this Queen of Swords, which is a Libra energy. And I feel like when I look at that and I look at this Eight of Swords, I'm wanting to find a place that makes me feel peaceful in my mind. Now I need to pull one more card. The Four of Wands. This would indicate that you're going to, if you don't actually make a move, you're going to start planning a move. But first, you've got to get through something inside of your own belief system that opens the space up. Have you been thinking about this for about 2 years or about a year and a half? Because I see the dragonflies on the Four of Wands, and that makes me think that I'm either starting a 2-year process in planning of the move, or I have been. I don't know which. But I want to say this too, because, oh, here you go again. Tarot Destroyer, are you going to ask a question? Or are you going to and be nice today? Or are you going to be disruptive? Because if you're nice, we'll keep you in the room. If you're not, I'm sorry. You'll have to leave. Well, that's very nice of you. My goodness, I'm impressed. Okay, let me finish. You've got a few people you've got to wait for that are in line. So I want to say this. I think for my Jennifer that Spirit and God are leading you to a place that feels more childlike, innocent, fun, something that makes you feel like part of a community again. I think that you've had to work through some things in your own fears, your own mind that might have stopped you. And now you've become victorious over that. You've somehow worked through that. We see this partnership potential in the Queen of Swords. And then we see this coming together in celebration of the Four of Wands. It's also a family energy. So I think that there is a potential that I would say yes. But for some reason, I don't think the physical move happens first. I think that more there's explanation or exploration and planning. And I want to offer this too, because if you do plan on moving a distance from where you are now, go there for a month and spend some time there before you actually move lock, stock, and barrel, just to make sure that you want to re-engage. Okay, Tarot Destroyer, I hear your question. Now you just hold on and wait your turn because we've got to go in order, please. Okay, motivational vibes. What do you see as far as a good job opportunity to come this spring to help improve my finances? Like this is public or remote? Thank you. I'm not quite sure what the like is, this public or remote. I think, are you asking for the job? Is it public, or would you be working with somebody, or would you be remotely working? Let me shuffle the deck. I think I'm going to focus in on the good job opportunity that will promote your finances. I'm still going to use this deck. You still hear motivational vibes? Oh, is that what's happening? Okay, so I thought it was a little strange that this person would be so nice today. Okay, so we'll do that first, and then we'll do this one. Yes. Hold on, I don't want to block the wrong person. Okay, let me go back. Motivational vibes. The answer was yes. You're looking for the job this spring. Oh, hi, Solar. Welcome. If you guys see this Tarot Destroyer, get back in the room, block them on your side so we can get rid of them. They're kind of annoying. I tried to be nice. You know, the thing about being a destroyer is you're never really standing in God's light, because everything has its function, both light and dark. And this is not dark in any way. So we're focusing now on motivational vibes. We're looking for a good job opportunity for this spring. And, I want to offer this because there is a, oh, this is where I get distracted. Hold on. How do I lock the person? Channel, go to pin report. I'm going to report them as harassment because they're harassing me. They're harassing the, okay, report. Okay. I think I got rid of them. All right. Here we go. All right. So, yeah, I guess I'm just not very good at, when I'm focusing in on your reading, I'm not really taking the information in like it's myself. Okay. Well, I'm glad Tarot Destroyer has nothing better to do on a Wednesday than to find me and to troll me, because I haven't had trolls in a long time and it doesn't really bother me. So we're focused on motivational vibes right now and a job opportunity for this spring. I'm looking for pile 1, 2, or 3, my dear. 1, 2, or 3. Hi, Susie. 2, please. Okay. Now, I'm going to tell you this because spring is interesting. You use that time frame. Hi, Emmy Lanful. This spring, we're going to have a conjunction between Saturn and Neptune as they both move into Aries and they go on the world axis. And I bring this up because this is going to be a time when we are really going to see the opportunity to find a spiritual wisdom through the reconciliation of an old karmic dynamic. History through Saturn, Neptune rules ancestral history, both rule limitation of some kind. And I bring this up, motivational vibes, because if you're trying to get a job for money or put yourself back into an old position to where you think you'll feel safe again, it may not be as easy to duplicate that. Spirit's going to want you to stretch. So Saturn's going to be like, build something you want it that is sustainable, that you love. And Neptune is like, please be dreamy, but be dreamy because you're connecting with spirit about what's most important to you. That's so powerful. All right. The first card is the Sun. We love the Sun. That would be good news. 7 of Cups is choices. We were just talking about that. The 7 of Swords is going your own way. And the 3 of Cups is celebration. So the Sun is very Leo-like. Yes, and stay the course. Do your best to have like an idea of what it feels like. How motivated you feel, how inspired you feel by what you are endeavoring, because everything has its good news and its bad news. So if indeed you start focusing in on the new that you will love, there may be some sort of element to it that you have to depend on yourself. Like, you're on commission or you've got to find your own clients, because there's something where spirit is saying, go your own way. And if for some reason you always wanted to start a blog or you want to just talk about something, on the internet, or start a TikTok account or something you think is fun, I think spirit was going to want you to really do and celebrate what it is you want. But more than anything, I'm getting too excited. The 3 of Cups is a card of wisdom. What we see in the traditional Rider-Waite is where the 3 women are coming up and they're celebrating the harvest. It has a real October feel, but on closer inspection, you're seeing the 3 phases of the feminine: the beginning, the maternal, and then the more mature, or the virgin, and then the mother, and then the crone. So here, the Sun is saying to be a leader, to follow your heart motivational vibes, that everything has a good news, bad news. Okay, you've got to trust your gut as you go your own way, even if other people don't know, or agree with you. And there's also this little fox. Can you see the fox right there? So the fox has an ability to traverse through the urban, city street, or through the urban elements into the city streets. And this is through using your wisdom. So instead of wanting to start your own business, my suggestion would be, what I did was I stayed in a job that was not a responsible job, but it paid the bills while I built my business here. And I think that if you look at the transits that are coming up during March, a little cheap plug for I just published the March monthlies. We have eclipses coming up. We have things changing signs, Neptune's changing signs. We're having Mercury and Venus retrograding in a sign of creativity and spirituality, Pisces. So much is going on. So I hope that you, so if you're recovering from surgery, it's a great time to plan. It's a great time to strategize. It's a great time to build your marketing campaign, pick your brand colors, start really allowing for that. Okay. Now I'm going to go on because a lot of people have entered the room and I'm going to get behind, you know me. Okay, Miss Katerina, you are next. Will I keep my and or have a side job? Thank you. Okay, let's look and see. You're welcome, Motivational Vibes. Since you're all asking about money, I'm going to stick with this is kind of feels like my money deck. Just looks money to me. It's called the Royal Gilded something or other. Katerina, pile 1, 2, or 3, my dear. Tobin, so good to see you in the room. I love that name. 1, please. Okay, got it. Side job for Katerina. And if anybody wants to donate in the super chat or the super thanks, it's really awesome because it's not just about the monetary donation, but what it does for my YouTube status. So we're picking pile 1 for Katerina. We've got the 5 of Swords. We have the 7 of Wands. We have the Ace of Cups and the 8 of Swords. About a side job here, I don't know if I think this is really what your soul wants to focus on, is more work this year. It doesn't look like it, to be honest with you. The 5 of Swords is where you win and you lose. And when you win and you lose, this is kind of a little feeling of contempt. So if you were to get a job, I'm not sure, Katerina, right now, I feel like you work a lot, honey. And the 7 of Wands is also a card where, there's a weird feeling of defending yourself. Yeah. And Spirit's going, honey, it's time for you to do stuff that you love, I think a little, here's the Ace of Cups, really looking yourself in the eye. What do my emotional body want? Where do I find the koi fish and the goldfish all jumping around? Because right now you're in a bit of a cycle. And I think maybe you've been working so hard, you don't even know what would be fun. Maybe you haven't had, I got to pull one more card for you, my love, because this is a little bit of a challenge. Or if you've got a lot of responsibilities, or, it's funny, when I tune into your energy, I feel responsibilities around you, but I don't feel like they feel like they're kind of like, how can I put it? It's like, people that need your help, and so you just help them. It doesn't really feel like you have to help them, but you're just pre-wired to do that. So if somebody was bedridden, you'd be the person who'd bring them soup, and you're like, but I don't even have any soup in my fridge, but I'm going to go bring you soup. So I think Spirit might be like, put the little mask on yourself. One more card for Katerina and the 2 of Wands. It's time to look to your future and what you want in the way of let the light shine in. Look at this card. It's still dim. There's still a sense of unsuredness, but there's a lot of options on the way. Frankly, I think a little class of doing something fun would be great for you, doing something like a frivolous, I live by the ocean, and they call the plain artists, they go with their little easels and they sit by the ocean and they paint. They don't have to be great. It's so, I think you need to do something to unwind here. That's another, that Piscean energy. Where is Pisces in your chart, Katerina? Because, there's going to be a big concentration there, and there's a lot of creativity that leads to a connection to spirit. Okay. I'm going back up to see who's next. I love how y'all protect me and keep me in line, telling me what the boogeyman was doing. Okay. We've got Jennifer. Oh, Solar, you're next. Are you still here? If it's a good time for me to move out of state this year. Solar, are you still here? We're looking for pile 1, 2, or 3. A lot of people looking to move. I actually thought about that too. I don't think I'm ready to move, but I've been thinking about one. Oh, good. All right. So is it a good time to move out of state? Pile 1, 2, or 3, Solar. I wonder if, am I saying it right? Because I think with the capital L I am, or is it solar? Which would be kind of appropriate for our channel. Hi, JK. Welcome. Hi, View. Am I saying it correctly, Solar? Okay, great. Is it a good time to move out of state? Let's see what Spirit has to say. Pile 1, 2, or 3. Hi, TJ. Hi, MK Mountain. I know I'm in such a beautiful place, but you should see the hell behind this pretty girl's face. Sometimes, I'm telling you. I've been here 21 years as well, so I would like a little house of my own. That's what I'd really like. Okay, I'm looking for Solar to see if Solar is going to move out of state. I'm looking for them to pick pile 1, 2, or 3. For some reason, is Solar a man? Or of the, am I allowed to even say that anymore? I feel like whoever named you thought the sun was shining when you were born. I'm waiting for pile 1, 2, or 3 from Solar. Oh, you're a woman. See, it seemed like that was too easy. That's why I said you were a man. I thought you were going to throw me for a loop. Ms. with 3, thank you. I think you were very blessed with whatever. If you chose that name for yourself, excellent work. But if that's your God-given name, your mom or dad are great, at least for that. All right. Our first, the 6 of Swords is moving into smoother waters. This is an interesting deck to be drawn to because in the foundational position here, your aunt is amazing. I'm an aunt. The aunts are the greatest. Here, this is a soul's destiny, and there's something about being at rest right now, to allow yourself just to be coddled by spirit as you will be nudged at the exact right time to make any kind of move. We have the 8 of Swords in the opportunity or the obstacle. We have the King of Pentacles in the angel's advice, and then we have the 6 of Cups. Interesting, we had someone else talking about a move, and they pulled the 6 of Cups as well. Solar, when I look at this, the 8 of Swords is some sort of restriction. It's in the other deck, we saw that the character was surrounded by swords and felt sort of tethered. But here, we see that the eagle flies above a heart that has been pierced. So somewhere Spirit is asking you to address the deepest desire, what you want most. Because the King of Pentacles could tell me a couple of things. It could represent a lot of security. Traditionally, that's the Taurus energy. In this deck, we see this very strong earth energy, someone you can depend on. We see the bears. But I also feel like Spirit might be saying that whatever has been going on with you, it's time to recalibrate your dreams back to when you were a child. And if you want to move, not just out of state, but out of state with purpose, as if, there's a reason to move out of state, or you want to move with someone, or you want to, start to think, because there's 2 whales here. Okay. I don't know what's going on with your situation as a, your status and relationship, but this could be something where it's asking you to be super authentic Your worries live over here, fly above them, mindful of your communication, and note the red tops of the swords. Am I doing this for some sort of security, that base chakra? Because the angel's advice is the King of Pentacles, thinking of building your future, thinking about what you want, knowing that you're being protected. And then I see the two bears, and I wonder if you're not wanting to be in a relationship that feels super connected, or to move to a place where you feel connected to it or the people, because the Six of Cups is moving towards happiness. So I would say you could move, absolutely, but I would hope that you move with purpose and with true intention. Hi, Mr. Man Smith. Free question. Yes, but you have to get in line unless you decide to donate through Super Chat or the Super Thanks, because those people move to the top of the class and help keep the show going so I can afford to take 2 hours out of the week and do this. So I'm going to go back up and see who's next after Solar. Thank you, Solar, for being here. Our next question could be from Susie. Good to see you. What goes around comes around. Okay, no question there. Susie, you are next. Emily and Full. Is that, I don't know. I'm trying to think if I'm saying that right. Hello and hi, Tobin. Lace, subscribe. Thank you. I'm curious to know, will the developer approve my business request? I suppose to receive news soon. All right, Lace, that's wonderful. Thank you for asking your question. Now I'd like you to put Emilian. Oh, that's beautiful. Put a 2, please. Got it. Okay, here we go for Lace. Number 2, thank you for that specific question. Will the developer approve? We're going into Venus and Mercury retrograde. Venus is going to retrograde on March 2nd, Pacific time. And we're going to have an eclipse on the 13th. We're going to have Mercury retrograde on the 15th. We'll have another eclipse on the 29th. Neptune's going to move into Aries. So much is happening in a sign that's very creative. So we could be revisiting things for fine tuning, their old collaborations, but also I want for Lace to be very mindful that, to pay attention if the developer thing, and I'm going to look, yes, no, or whatever, but you don't want to be in a situation where when Pisces is involved, things can be foggy and unclear. You want to make sure you have great clarity in your deal with this person. So I'm picking pile 2 on your behalf. The first card is the Temperance card, which is balance, and 2 roads to choose. The Fool is a new journey. We have the Knight of Wands and the Angel's advice, and then we have the 7 of Cups. I want to tell you this because there's something about me that says that there's a yes here, but I feel like there's a little caution around it, because the Temperance card, if you look at it, is full of color, but there's 2 roads to pick. And the woman's foot is in the moon at the bottom. So I feel like part of this is really starting to trust your gut instinct and make sure there's going to be flow. And I want to offer this too, Lace. I think you need to look to the future and how this relationship could potentially develop, because the Fool is beginning a journey of creativity. And in this deck, the Fool's moon on top of his head is again emphasizing that you trust that gut, because there's some good news and there's some challenging news about this collaboration. I don't know why I want to say it. It's like there's parts of it that I think will work very well, and then there's parts of it that feel just a little sticky to me. I'm going to pull one more card, but ultimately, you should be making some money. So I'm going to say this is a yes, and I'm going to ask you to please come back next week and let us know how it turned out, because the 9 of Pentacles is a self-made person who is really, full of a sense of abundance and flow. It's pretty cool. So there you go. Thank you, Dorilla. Very nice of you to do that for me. All right, let me back up and see who's next. Jennifer, you can find, I just posted the March monthlies. They go by your rising sign. And I want to tell you one other thing. For those of you that watch me all the time, my program that I use just, or at least I just found it, there's a way that I can now adjust the chart by rising sign. And I think I discovered it when I did Sagittarius. Maybe it was Scorpio, maybe it was Libra, but it was the second half of the zodiacs that I was recording. So they just posted. Go look for those. March is a crazy big month. Okay, so Emilian, I think you're next. Didn't I do motivational vibes? I did you already. Okay, I would like to ask if the person I'm interested in is interested in me too. All right, let's go. I'm going to use a different deck for this question. I'm going to use this whimsy deck. I can't really remember the name. Okay, so what you are then is you're in a collaboration with spirit over your business. So as I'm shuffling, I want to focus on Emilian. But Lace, I want to tell you this. I would say to spirit, thank you for bringing me all the resources that I need for my business to have flow. That should pull you out of any weird numbers that kind of can freak you out. Thank you, little grasshopper. And it should help you start to open that space up. One of the things about Saturn's transit through Pisces right now is that it's requiring us to have discipline and build a bridge between our egos and our souls, because we need our egos to manifest. And I've started saying this new phrase, which I think is rather clever, if I must say so myself, is exciting God opportunities instead of edging God out. And we get to decide if they're there, because we have to be brave to walk through them. So starting your business is believing that you have the talent, believing that you will draw in the people that will best be served by your gifts and your talents, and then allowing that to flow. Okay, now I'm going to focus on Emilian. And I go back and look at your question really quick. I know I just saw it, but my brain. I have to talk until spirit tells me to stop. I'm sorry. Okay, I forgot to make my popcorn too. I was so busy right before this. Where is your little question? Oh. Pardon me, guys. Just don't make this. There's the hi, Teri. Oh, there it is. I would like to, the person I'm interested in is interested in me too. Okay. And then did you tell me which pile? 1, 2, or 3. Hi, Sunny. Pile 1, 2, or 3. Pile 3. Got it. Is the person she is interested in her? All right, let's see. We have the Temperance card. We have the World. We have the Ace of Swords. And we have the Ace of Wands. You know, it's weird. When I looked at this, Emma, it's like there's something about your connection that creates a conflict. And it almost feels like if you worked with this person, they'd be like, oh my God, I can't date somebody that I work with. I don't know why I want to say that. The Temperance card is very much a card of balance. Okay. Now in the previous deck, we saw 2 roads to be chosen, but here we kind of see these angel wings and this connection, and lightning strikes on one side and the sun comes out on the other. And I feel like this is the 2 sides of one situation. Then when I go into the opportunity, the obstacle, we get this Saturnian energy of the World. And that's it's not negative, the Saturnian energy, it's reward, but there's a relaxation that has to take place, a resting and trusting of the rules, boundaries, and limitations that Saturn requires, but also in the knowing of them, there's a certain amount of understanding. This is a timing issue for me right now. When I saw this Ace of Swords, I thought to myself, there's a couple things. I don't know why. There's something about this person that makes me feel like there's a conflict, but it's not another person. It just feels like a situation. Because this Ace of Wands came up inverted. So it's not a new beginning. And then I got this Ten of Swords. There's drama. This person is somehow afraid of drama, or afraid of, or they're worried about some sort of, I don't know, I'm just going to say it, drama, or maybe they're worried about other people's opinions, what other people would think about the situation. Right now, I would say that this is not necessarily moving forward. The conditions would have to change in some way, my dear. Yeah, that's the only way I know how to put it. I hope that helps. I hope it wasn't disappointing for you, darling. Timing really is everything. Okay, let me go back. Mr. Mann, did you have a question? Mr. Mansmith? I think you're next. JK, did you want to ask something? DJ? Oh, I'm so happy you came in to say hi. Sending love back to you. All right, I think I'm going on to Susie now. Oh, there's Mr. Mansmith. Okay, let me go to Susie right now, and then I'll come to you. Here we go. Do the cards see me finally putting most of my trauma energy behind me and gaining the momentum to finally manifest the new business offerings with greater ease? Okay, Susie, let me offer this. My trauma energy is exactly how Spirit gives me my messages. Okay, I literally see my traumas. I don't see them the same way. I don't feel traumatic about them. I don't feel the trauma anymore. And this was a gift that John Edward gave me, because as I became more aware that my vast traumas, I mean, I have a lot of them literally from the time I was born, because I almost died, all the way through my childhood. And so in my young adulthood, because I want you to start to reframe those. So intuitively, whether you're doing intuitive work or not, you can use those memories as Spirit's messages, and be mindful of energies if they have been of a cautionary tale in the past. Because if we try to really put something behind us, and yes, it's nice to put it in the rear view mirror, but every once in a while, it's an energy that gives us a warning, like, same energy, different face, don't move forward. So I think that the greater ease would really be trusting, that you've matured to a place where you can handle it, you're ready, and that you are learning, you're going to be a teacher learner the whole rest of your life. All right, so I'm going piles 1, 2, or 3 for Susie. Oh, thank you, Sunny. Thank you, Susie. What pile did you want, honey? Relocation. Oh, that's Sunny. Okay, next. I'm looking for Susie, pile 1, pile 3. Okay, got it. All right, first we see Temperance again, but this time it's inverted. Then we see the Magician. Oh, wow, look at that, Susie. You have the magic. Then we have the Page of Pentacles inverted, and we have the Emperor. Okay, so you have 3 major arcana cards, okay? This to me, this was inverted, all right, which means that the energy is not quite as strong. So when you're starting a business, you're starting with an ebb and a flow. And the understanding that you're not going to be like, okay, every day, this week has been so slow for me with booking real regular in-person and people clients. And yet I got a lot of work done video wise, because you absolutely have the magic, but part of it is staying on task, because this is inverted in the angel's advice, keeping the carrot in front of your nose. Why am I doing this? Why do I want to go through all this pain and agony of starting something on my own? Well, I was passionate about it. It comes from that which has traumatized me now, transcends me, because here's the emperor. This absolutely tells me that you will, there's a lot of energy in Aries this spring, as well as in Pisces. There's a group of planets. I can't even call it a stellium because it's so big. It's got the North Node. We're going to have eclipses. Neptune's doing stuff. This feels so good to me. So I want to say this, that you start reframing those dramas and traumas into tools and divinity, meaning divine disruptions that take you into a better place. Then your spirit will be able to integrate them, and you won't have to put them too far behind you, because they'll be useful tools that don't traumatize you anymore. Okay. I hope that answered. That was a really good spread for you. I have to say, 3 major arcana cards in four card spread is a lot. Okay. Let's go back. My pleasure, Susie. Mr. Man, I'm having serious issues with my siblings. I would like to know when this will come to an end, and will I be victorious in this situation? Oh, Mr. Man, you and I are birds of a feather in the same freaking nest, because I too am experiencing sibling energy of a revisit of old dynamics that I don't appreciate or find very productive. And at the same time, I see a divinity. Mercury is about to retrograde mid-March. That's about siblings. Tomorrow, Venus will retrograde. That's about self-worth and your family history. We go back into the sign of Pisces eventually, which is our soul, kind of our ancestral history. Because if you're revisiting things, this is how I interpreted the revisit with my sibling, is that at this point, I really am meant to put this in its proper place and no longer chase it, because you can't create balance from some parties that don't support or nurture balance. So, we'll see what the cards have to say, but the best way to put an end to a karmic dynamic with a sibling, and siblings are hugely karmic, is to pray for them and to pray for their peace of mind, period. That's the only way I can really give it to you. But let's see what spirit has to say. Okay, Mr. Man, I think you told me already which pile, but I'm going to have to look again. Hold on. Yes, I posted my question. Did you post which you wanted, pile 1, 2, or 3? Oh, 3. Okay, got it. Three, got it. Okay. In the foundational position, we have the Ace of Wands, which is a new beginning in its upright. The Hierophant is a Taurus energy, the Venusian energy. It's interesting because the Taurus energy rules family history, but here there's something about holding something sacred, because that's the way the character's showing up. Then we have the Eight of Swords inverted. Okay, this is interesting because this is in the angel's advice. I think we've done enough reflection on the situation. I don't think spirit says they want you to move forward. I think they want you all to start fresh, wipe the slate clean, bygones. And there's the Queen of Cups. I'm going to say this, Mr. Man. I don't know, and I should call you Mr. Smith, but Mr. Man's just coming out to me. I don't know what your siblings are like, but I do know my sibling, and I know her chart, and I know her fixed energy, and I know 63. I'm 65. She's 63. I know she ain't changing. So the only person who can change is me. And I've made my choices here. This is about giving you a new beginning. You get to decide if they're stuck, because you get to be sort of sacred to what you need. Taurus is the one that builds security. Taurus is the one that puts food on the table. Taurus is the one that remembers history. And with this in the angel's advice inverted, it's like you've done the work. You don't need any more self-reflection. It's time to celebrate moving the story forward. And people who don't want to come with you can stay where they are. I'm sorry if that seems rude. So yes, you can move forward. You just may not be doing it with a lot of other people. Let me do one. I'm just do one more and ask if your siblings will come with you. One card. I'm just going to cut the deck for you. Well, we got the Queen of Pentacles, which is, I don't know if you have more than one sibling or not, because this would be a little resistance to building on some level. This would be a resistance to letting go of the history. Thank you, Emily, and thank you so much. I gotta get some more potent glasses these days. Okay. Oh, I did. I'm sorry, MK. Let me back up. Oh, and you've told me a couple times. All right. This is what happens when I'm on my own and I'm in 3 places. I'm trying to read the chat, listen to spirit, and do all my other stuff. I hope that helped, Mr. Man. Let me back up. Oh, and view. Okay. Remind me, 2, please, concerned about my finances. Okay. I get to you next. Oh, there it is. I was just, oh, okay. I don't know where your question is. MK. Let me scroll back down. For some reason, MK, I'm not seeing your question. Okay, I see now. I see Dorilla, so I need to get to Dorilla. I need to get to. I don't see your question, MK. I see yes, beautiful name. I see the beautiful place. Oh, there it is. Will I be back to work soon? Or income coming in soon? Pile 2. Okay, got it. Back to our royal deck. Got it. Money coming in. Here we go. Pile 2. It has been interesting since the South Node moved into Virgo, I'll tell you, because I'm usually super busy, and it's been an exercise in I've been a little spendy during my little dry period. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you guys found me too. Subscribe, like, do all that good stuff, because we're live on Sunday mornings at 11 a.m. Pacific time. We do a little reading there, but not so specific. And then you've got a bunch of content that's coming out. All right. So this is for MK. I'm pile 2, right? I think that's what I remember. That's where I'm going. Here we come. Make sure. Just want to real quickly refresh my memory because I'm, again, will I be back to work sooner? Income coming in. Okay. Thank you, Grasshopper. All right. We have the King of Wands. He's inverted. We have the King of Cups inverted. We have the 8 of Wands. And we have the Moon. All right. Interesting. You know, I kind of want to say this, MK. I'm on MK, right? I'm on MK, right? I just want to make sure I'm reading the right question. I'm getting a little distracted. Because when I look about money coming in, yes, on MK, thank you. There's something about lack of motivation, hun. There's something that feels like you're a little burnt out, and you might need a little bit of a rest or to start to do something a little different, because I've got the King of Wands inverted, and this would be a lack of passion. This would be a challenge. This would be a lack of fire. And then I was like, well, what is this? And then I got this 3 of Swords inverted. So it's not really active, but there may be something that's been going on in your work and financial. Yeah. You've been off for a bit. So now it's not about I want to, it's about I have to. because the King of Cups is inverted. So now they're telling me that you need to come, or you get to come from your heart in order to end and to get news and move to a new level. Because here's the moon, and the moon almost makes me feel like I just see the crab, and I see in most of the moon cards, you'll see like a domesticated dog and then a feral dog or wolf. And I feel like there's two sides of yourself. You're like, I need to do this. I need to do this. I need to make money. And at the same time, you're like, oh my God, I just don't want to go back to whatever I was doing, or I don't want to go back to the same dynamic. Now we have the Magician. That's pretty powerful because but it's inverted. So this is about thinking that you're focused too much on the worry. You're focused too much now, almost like you're punishing yourself for the time off. If I didn't know better, and I don't know any better because I've never talked to you in person, I feel like you had an upset at a job. Maybe you got laid off. Maybe you got let go. Maybe you got pissed off and quit. And then you're like, I can't do this anymore, but I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go. I've been stuck on this and I'm just tired. I just want to like lay around and watch my soaps and be left alone for a while. Then now when I come back to the workforce, I feel like I now am more focused on resources, and I need to move. Oh, there's the Chariot. You're fighting between two kind of parts of yourself. One that's saying, get off your ass and make some money because you got to pay the bills. And the other one saying, I don't want to go back to the way I used to make money and pay the bills. And I feel like this is about maybe exploring a little bit while you still have some time and resources to do that. This is ending with 3 major arcana cards. The moon is your emotional body. It's Piscean. It's creative. The Magician is mercurial. We're going into a freaking retrograde with Mercury. I don't know if it's the greatest time to look for a job, but it's a really great time to, yes, loved my job, but not a couple of people. Yeah, exactly. And they probably stabbed you in the back, or felt like they did, or they made you feel lack of value. It's not a straight up betrayal, but it's pretty gnarly. So now I think this is about kind of recalibrating that idea and starting to stretch yourself during this time, and going for things you think you can't get. You got 4 freaking major arcana cards at the end of this: the moon, the Magician, the Chariot, which is that hard control but victory, and then the Judgment card. So I think you gotta play a little bit of hardball with yourself and use this time to reach for jobs that you don't even think you can get, but you're going to go anyway. And you'll probably get a job interview, and then you'll probably get the job. I did that when I was younger. I worked in a bank. I worked in an accounting office. And then I said, I got my real estate license. I never used it once. And then I said, I want to work in Hollywood. And I went on a job interview and I got the job. And I started working on TV sets. And I didn't know anybody. Yeah, well, that's the drama. The focus on the drama is probably holding you from getting a job because you're thinking you're going to duplicate it somehow. Okay. Okay, Lily Jacks, I'm going to get to you in a bit. I got to go back up. I think I've got Sunny coming up. And I think I had Dorilla. Hold on. I think it's Dorilla's next. Let me look. Yeah, I think Dorilla is next. Okay, when will Tony, the Cancer, be reaching out to me? All right, Dorilla 3, thank you. Well, I like people that are on, on point. Let's see if Tony's going to reach out. Because, Mercury retrogrades will bring people back, plus Venus's relationships and love. But it doesn't always mean they come back to stay. Okay. What's weird about doing these readings is that normally, I'm either on a Zoom or I'm, on somewhere where I can interact with someone. I don't see any of you guys. There's no cues from your faces. There's no voice to hear. It's so interesting how I've evolved over the years. I don't even flinch anymore. All right, Tony, what's going on with Tony? It could bring a job, but it's also about really reviewing your self-worth and the money that they're going to offer you and all that other good stuff that you want on an everyday basis, because that 6th house also affects your health. All right, Lily, I'm going to get there. Don't you worry. We got plenty of time. All right, here we go. Onward and upward. Dorilla, and then Sunny, and then Lily, I think, is how we're going. If I miss you, remind me. Dorilla's going with pile 3, and we were looking at Tony. The 8 of Swords inverted, the Page of Wands, the Ace of Wands, and the 10 of Pentacles. Ooh. I don't know about Tony, honey. Tony's got some stuff going on. So the 8 of Wands is where this is inverted, meaning it's reversed. It's not as intense, but there's something about getting in your own way when it comes to this card. The 8 of Swords is always where there's too many options, too many possibilities, too many things to think about, and I can't really handle. The Page of Wands is in the opportunity or the obstacle, which is really wanting more inspiration and passion. The angels are offering that passion in the form of the Ace of Wands. That's all kind of in a conceptual place. It's not in the material world. Then we go into this 10 of Pentacles inverted. It's upside down. This person, Tony, has some sort of issue with being happy right now. I don't know if Tony is... I don't know if your relationship has been historically happy for Tony, if Tony has viewed it that way, because it looks to me like there's good things and bad things, because the cards that are inverted are good things, but they're not in their highest vibration. So here's like, all the money, having all the elements. There's tradition, there's history here. Then we have this Judgment card, which is a very important energy. This is Plutonian. And then we have this 4 of Wands, which is I want to be happy, but it's inverted. So I wonder if you guys, I have to pull one more. I'm not sure with Tony, honey. I'm not sure that you guys, are on the same page right now. Because the way this comes up, it's like there needs to be more happiness and more emotion coming from Tony for you in a more demonstrative way. So I would have to say that if Tony is going to come back, maybe part of that would be starting to look and see if Tony really has the characteristics of the romance, the passion, the connection that you want. If you pick someone with a Virgo moon and you're like a Leo, moon, or you're a more emotional moon, it'll be hard, or a Capricorn moon. You do better with the Taurus moon because they kind of get it a little bit more than. So there's something here that's a little off. So I'm not sure. So if he comes back in this retrograde, it would be more for you to really assess if he's emotionally available to you. All right. So I'll feel the love on that one. I would have liked to seen a little less. I feel like Tony's got a little bit of issues. He's got a little bit of something tying him up. Okay. Let me go on now here. Sunny, I think, is next. Oh, there's Coco's reminders. Okay. Don't let me forget about Coco. But Sunny's next. Yeah? Yeah. Okay. So Sunny... career, location, any divine messages, and change. And I think you want me to pick your pile. Oh, pile 1 or 3. Okay. Oh, view. Let me do view real first. I don't want you to give up. I'm sorry. It's hard for me to keep track view. Let me go back. I'm sorry. I apologize. Squeaky wheel gets the grease in here. Thank you for saying that. Let me find your question wherever it is. It's way, way back here. You're right. You've been waiting a long time. I do my best. 2. Okay. So 2 is the pile, and you're concerned about your finances, and you're worn out, and you gave me money, and you're so sweet. So let's find out what's going on with your money. Okay. Thank you, Sunny. I appreciate you. View, are you still there? Did you give up already? Tell me you're there. I know you're still here. Come on. She's still here for us. Come on, View. We're going to get you some money. Spirit's going to find you some money. Give me a thumbs up. Tell me you're here. Oh, I hate when people give up. Don't give up. Well, I'm going to do the reading anyway. Maybe you'll come back and maybe you've been floating in the background and you can't get to the keyboard right now. I hate to disappoint people, honestly. Sunny, are you? You come back. We're going to. Oh, I lost someone else. All right. The Fool is a. Then the Hierophant is Venusian and money. The Ace of Wands is in the Angel's Advice, and the final is the Nine of Pentacles. I hope you're here because this looks like money's going to come to you, but the part of it is you being willing to go on a bit of a new adventure. I see. No, it's not too late, JK. It's not too late. You just have to wait. I have trouble staying in order. I do my best, so be patient, please. View. This is a Martian energy for me, and the slyness of the fox is not lost on me. The redness of the dress is offering some sort of security as you look to the sky and you're willing to go on a new adventure of following your heart. Something here that is sacred to you, that you really enjoy, that uses your skills and your talents. This is a money card. This is Taurus. Taurus rules money. It rules your skills. It rules your history. Here, the angels are offering a new beginning, but part of it is your willingness to stick to it. Stick to it, because here is seriously a money card. The Nine of Pentacles is the woman or the person who's made their own money. They feel a sense of accomplishment and now flow, and they kind of get how it rolls, because it never rolls up, 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 up. It rolls kind of like a roller coaster. And so she's able to keep her eye on the prize. I hope that you got to hear that view. This is very positive moving forward. I think the only challenge you really have is to follow the path that's most important to you from your heart versus trying to get a job just to pay the bills. Okay. I'm going to move on now to Sunny. And then I miss JK. Oh my God. All right, here. I have a pen. I have a soggy piece of paper, and I'm going to try to write the names down here so I'm a little more organized. I don't have to keep scrolling. I think that's messing me up. Okay. Thank you, View. I hope. Okay. I'm going to write her real quick in the chat, or how do I reply? Can I write? Can I type? Time to reply, and the super chat has expired. Oh, well. Okay, so I can't reply. I hope they showed up. All right, where am I now? I did Lace. I did Mr. Man. I did Solar. Lily Jack, you're next. No, Coco's reminders. Let me write Coco's reminders. Move out of apartment. Back with hubby. Got it. And then Lily Jax. I'm looking for your question. Just listen to March. Still curious what lies ahead for career. Okay, Lily Jax, career. Sunny, relocation. Sorry, everybody. I'm just trying so hard to be fair. Okay, Dorilla. Did I do Dorilla? I think I did Dorilla already. If I didn't, please tell me. Lily's got number 1. That helps. I'll put that down. Sunny is number 1 or 3. Coco, are you still here? Coco, are you still here? Thank you, Sunny. Okay, I'm gonna go on to Lily, and I'm gonna wait and see if Coco shows up. I hope I did Dorilla. Did I do you, Dorilla? You see, you cannot. There's no memory when you work with spirit. It doesn't. I don't have any memory. You guys come and you go into my brains. Okay. Oh, thank you, Lily Jax. That's very generous of you to remind me that the universe will deliver that message. And I'm going to try to go back in the chat and see if I can tag them. All right, let's see about your career. And we're pulling pile number 1. I think I'll continue with this deck. Okay. Thank you, MK. I'm glad you see that. It is. I'm channeling energy. I'm trying to read. And then I have my own brain in the background going, you have to do it right. Don't let anybody feel unloved. Because I really do. I love you all. And I want you all to know that I care about you. And that's why we do this. Okay. Lily Jack, here we go. Pile number 1. The 10 of Wands. Okay. The Queen of Swords, the Moon, and the King of Pentacles. Okay. I'm going to do another card. Oh, and the Queen of Pentacles. Very interesting. Okay. This is what I want to say for my Lily. The 10 of Wands is a card that's kind of where you're working super hard. Okay. But it's not fun. It's actually really arduous. It doesn't look quite that bad in this deck, but as you can see, he's moving one wand at a time. So it's not really efficient. Now we're looking at the Queen of Swords. This has a Libra feel, but here it's like going to the beat of your own drum. And the angels are showing me the moon, which is the Piscean energy, a bit confusing. And I think it's confusing because you're focused in on money. But I think that if you start to focus in on your talents, money will come in. This is the King and the Queen of Pentacles. So it's kind of interesting to me because when I look at your career, I feel like there's also some things that are happening that many of you don't know. A lot of, regardless of your ages, okay, not just those starting careers, but those that will have 2.0 versions of their careers. A lot of careers will show up that were not available before due to technology and other changes. And this to me looks like Lily Jax is going to come into something where she's going to move from working hard, finding a clearer sense of direction, and then coming into that direction and building something new. See how the Queen is painting her star? And this is the King, and he's driving his ship, So I think that if you would like a 2.0 version, I also want to say this to you, Lily Jax. I'm 65. When I started to be Teri, I was either 53 or 54 years old. I can't remember. It was 2014. And I just said, if I don't start now, when will I? And I started with a side job to pay the bills. And then I built up my clientele, started my YouTube channel, etc. So you could be very much in a building phase and you don't have to make it so hard. And this could be very Piscean and urge you to go to the beat of your own drum with your ideas and creativity. Coco, are you still here? Did I lose you, Coco? I'm willing to go back and do you next. If not, I'm moving on to Sunny Skies, Sunny Honeycutt. All right, 56. I really, don't ask me about my wrinkles, but when it comes to my happiness, aging has been a great thing. Well, there you go. Hi, Amy Fox. Good to see you in the room. All right, Sunny, let's look at that location. And we'll see whether we pick 1 or 3. We'll see what comes to us unless you want to delineate between the two. And then I have JK. Oh, I got to write that down. JK. And where is your question? You choose number 3, but what was your question? Looking for a general read. Okay, general. And it's number, oh, you're going to pick 3? Good. Okay. I'm going to use the Star Tarot with you, Sunny. I wish I would have thought to write down what time it was when I did views reading so I could figure out what the timestamp is for her or him. I think it's a her. Oh, goodness gracious. Look at this goofball's back. Okay, remove, report, harassment. Yes, I report you as a harasser. Okay, and now you have to go away. I don't know how you come back. That's the problem. You come back with the same name. All right. Relocation for Sunny, pile 3, using the Star Tarot. Block Tarot Destroyer, if y'all have the opportunity, that would be helpful to me. All right. Star Tarot for Sunny. Pile 3, got it right here. We have the 3 of Wands, the 9 of Cups, the Queen of Cups, and the Prince of Wands. The 3 of Wands is a very interesting card because it's very much looking to your future. It's very much a transformation and a very passionate in this particular deck. Something is growing inside of you. Something is being birthed, and it looks like it's wish fulfillment of some kind. The 9 of Cups is always indicating that something that you want is coming into fruition, and there is flow and peace ahead. Here is the Queen of Cups. Okay, so now this would be literally Spirit saying that to not only trust your heart, but to watch the pearls or the breadcrumbs. I prefer pearls, actually, that Spirit lays. The Prince of Wands is here, indicating moving on some level, because this is fire. It is, all of the fire signs have action attached to them. And there's the 2 of Swords. I'm going to pull another one, and the Queen of Swords. I'm going to tell you this. When you talk about a relocation, I don't know that you're going to do it yet, but I do think you're going to take it more seriously and flush out some of your questions. I think that there's a little part of the 3 of Wands, because of this deck and the color of it, that makes me feel as if there's something transforming. There's a lot of oranges and yellows and even browns. So something about your power and about your desires is becoming more clear. I moved to North Carolina years ago because I wanted to be close to somebody that I thought was a good friend of mine, because I have Chiron in Aquarius, and I have no planets in Gemini, and my Mercury is in Scorpio. So I have trouble with friends, sort of. I always become the leader, the mom, the whatever. And so I moved to North Carolina, and it was a very poor decision, to be honest with you, because my motives were not necessarily as authentic as I thought they were. You're going to revisit this because Spirit is going to make what you want, Sunny, more and more a priority. So I think there may be a little bit of something. I don't really see any disruption. I don't really see any problems, but I think you may revisit a decision, because I think it's important that you go from the Queen here, meaning the Queen of Cups is yearning for something to sort of be full or to be filled. The Queen of Swords is kind of taking that same thing, but looking at it from a little bit more of from an intellectual place. And I want to offer this because if your kids are grown, empty nest, but need more, then let me offer it this way. The kids are grown, and the empty nest is like almost lack and scarcity of stuff to do. So before you make the move, it's about finding the carrot, finding the reason why you want to be where you want to be, not just to move yourself from one location to another. Because inadvertently you may find some of the things that you take for granted, like the market, the people that bug you, but the familiarity, because the wish will be fulfilled. It feels more like it's the basis of your making the decision. And frankly, if I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know if you're married or not, but if you are not married and you're not in a relationship, then the next frontier may be a relocation of your heart to commingle with that of another. I'm just saying. Not married exactly. So maybe then that would spawn a move, I don't know. I think this has a little bit of passion line to it somehow. Okay, let me go back up to JK is next. Are you still here, JK? Just want to make sure you're here, and I want to just check the make sure whoever's come in. If there's another question, thank you, Audacity Theater. You're so generous. I appreciate you. Okay, JK, are you here? You still here? Choosing number 3. Yep. Okay, great. All right. I think I'll continue with the Star Tarot with you as well. And you are picking pile number 3. This is a general. And if you're still lurking somewhere in the Ethernet listening, I did a reading for you. It was about 10 minutes ago, I think. I feel really bad. I don't want to ever, as I said, disappoint anyone, but I disappoint people all the time. It's just part of the human experience. All right, JK. All right, you're next, darling. JK. Spirit, what do you want JK to know? I got to tell you, JK, as I'm shuffling, I'm hearing you're right on track, and then these 2 cards fall out, and I'm wondering if you're right on track for balancing something. Hold on a second, because I pulled, or the 2 that fell out was the Princess of Pentacles and the 3 of Swords, and the opportunity or the obstacle. Let's see where else we're going. The 8 of Swords and then the 2 of Pentacles. I did this sort of like I normally do, like a reading of like a person. I forgot to pick a pile for you. And I think there's a reason for it, because I want to offer this. The Princess of Pentacles is like the Page of Pentacles. There's something new being birthed into the material. And I frankly think that it's you getting done with drama, betrayal, heartache, and people that don't support you. I think you're ready for something solid, and I think that the universe is ready to start to deliver it. Not only do I think it as potentially in a relationship, but I think more it's about money, because the 3 of Swords is a card of heartache, and the 8 of Swords and the angel's advice would be asking you to fly above a situation now. Things happen to us, but sometimes we tend to get stuck in the dynamic and then fear we're going to repeat it, because now we're looking at flow. The 2 of Pentacles is about flow. It's about travel. It's about moving from one place to another. It's also about money. And then I have this Knight of Pentacles, which is Taurus energy here in this particular deck. In the traditional rider, I'm sorry, excuse me, it's Virgo energy. So I would have to say for JK that you have talents and skills that you might not have been fully appreciated for or recognized for. I think that when I look at the Princess of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles, it feels like versions of you in particular. When we look at the Princess of Pentacles, she has her hand over her heart. We see this light glowing from her sacral chakra and in between her solar plex. It's time to sort of recognize, yes, the hurts and the pains of yesteryear, but it's also time to fly above them, because they could be the very things that create the flow you're looking for. I can't help but think of, I said earlier that Spirit uses my traumas and my dramas to alert me when somebody else has experienced the same thing. Spirit also has given the world a beautiful sense of music through our traumas, love songs and all that, because here is flow and the graduation of you into the night of bringing something into I almost feel like there's an opportunity to relieve yourself from some sort of shackle, something that's been holding you back or tethering you to a smaller version of yourself. I'm going to do just one more card because I just feel pulled to do that. Welcome, Selena. You're not too late, but we are in line. Strength. And of course, you pulled a major arcana card. This is the Leo energy. This is the energy of fortitude, of following, having the courage to trust your heart and your skills. So if for some reason at this point, and I'm going to literally go into your money-making endeavors, your work environment. I'm not going to look at this as a love relationship. It doesn't feel that way. It feels like it's time to fly, sweetie. It's time to start to make those plans. You're no joke, babe. And it's time to really, in this deck, we've tamed the Kundalini energy of the snake. We work in tandem with the lion. The lion is protecting you here. She's not taming the beast here. She's working in tandem with the beast. And that beast is the creativity. And creativity is always a little scary because, creativity requires an audience, no matter what that creativity is. Okay. I hope that helped. I'm going on to Miss Amy Fox next. I'm trying to keep track here. And then we'll put Selena in there, I think. Amy. Audacity, did you have a question? Oh, you do. Audacity's next. Amy, Audacity. I think Audacity's before Amy. Hold on. Sorry, Amy. Audacity's before you. Feel the love. Is it too late for a general reading? Okay, Audacity's general. And what pile would you like, my dear? Thank you, Amy. Did you give me a pile, Amy? You think about your pile. I'm going to use a different deck for Audacity. I'm going to use the Whimsy deck. Lots changed this week. Okay. Well, we're going, if Venus has been stationing in Aries, got planets growing in Pisces, a lot going on. Okay. Audacity Theater, pile 3. Audacity, Amy, Selena. Thank you, MK. I so appreciate you. Put MK in, or let me almost put MK. Selena. Okay. Okay, so we're looking at pile 3 for Audacity Theater. Priscilla, you can donate through Super Chat or Super Thanks. We have the 8 of Pentacles. We have the Devil card. We have the 2 of Pentacles. And we have, oh, yes, Audacity. So much has happened. Did it happen at work? Because the 8 of Pentacles is a money-making card, and it's inverted. Yeah. Oh my goodness. And the man came down. Oh my goodness. Okay. You're not a government employee. They got an Elon email. Did you? Did you get an Elon email? I don't mean to laugh if that happened. No. Okay. Something happened because the devil is here and it's inverted, and it's not as bad as it could be, but no, that's what I figured you meant. No, on the Elon email. But here's also, there's that 2 of Pentacles that we just saw with JK. And this is very much, okay, we need to put some light on. Hold on. Let me get some light on the subject. Pretty soon the days will be longer, and this will not be, the sun won't fall on us, because the Judgment card is here, my darling. And something is really happening, like something is coming to a head. Let me look at this a little bit more. Well, you know what, you might this whatever is going on, the drama at work might be just sending you in, you might have had it up to here, as my mother would say, and you're going to start figuring something else out. Well, you may end up quitting that job altogether to get a full-time job, and it may be that much better for you and more aligned, because here's this. Okay, so there's the cut in your work, because this is working hard. This would be half the work. There's the man, there's the flow, the restriction, the Capricorn restriction. There's the judgment card. Here is the Six of Swords, but this is upside down. So there is a little bit of a road to go. It's not going to get smoother, and you are probably better off looking for a new job. This is really pretty nice. This Nine of Pentacles is earth energy. It's being able to bring something in through your skills. And I will say this as well, because when I, at 53 or 4 years old, whatever it was, I can't remember anymore, 2014, when I quit my job, it was because someone pissed me off because they were rude to me. They were taking me for granted. I was sick and tired of the nagging and the BS I was putting up with from this person's ego. And that's when I had been building Teri. And I said to Spirit, if I'm meant to do this work, if this is what I've contracted to do, please make it viable for me, because I think you're going to go on to something else, my dear. Fabulous, 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 fabulous. Because this is a self-made woman. She's in many ways has learned how to work with her demons. You'll see her dress is red. There's money all over this. So that feels super good to me. So yes, you're still going to be building, but this is a divine disruption, and God bless a divine disruption. All right, we're going on to Amy. A Sag stellium in Virgo. What does that mean? What is a Sag stellium in Virgo? Sun, ascendant, but I don't know what that Sag is. I'm lost. You also have JK. You have the South Node going through your Virgo energy right now. Thank you, Audacity Theater. Priscilla, I'll be getting to you next, or in a minute. I'm going to Amy, then Selena, then you. I have Sag. I see that, but I don't get the in Virgo. I have a Sagittarius, and I don't understand that. Sagittarius and Virgo are both astrological signs. So you'd have to have like planets in a stellium, like Venus or Mars or Saturn or Mercury. That's what you're looking at for a stellium, is the planets. Okay, Amy, what was it about the guy? Hold on, here he is. Will my person be someone I already know or knew? And is there anything I'm missing about inviting a partnership in? All right, let's go with the whimsy. Oh, there you go. Okay. Neptune is a generational planet, so we wouldn't really include Neptune in the stellium. You're looking for more of the personal planets, which are the ones that affect your personality. Jupiter's sort of an outer, Mercury absolutely make you, and depending upon the degree, it could be very exciting. Virgo rising, 5 planets in Scorpio. Wow, that's a money-making thing. Gemini moon, there's a lot. Virgo rising, you're going to have a lot of time this year to look and see about where you've been like maybe a little bit too stuck in process or expecting too much from yourself. Let me focus on Amy and her guy right now. Hold on, let me get there. Is it someone she knows? Amy, did you give me your pile? I have to look. That makes your first house almost completely Cancerian. 29-degree Gemini. That's why I don't like to do a whole sign unless it's for general like readings, because that Gemini 29 degrees puts that all in your 12th house. JK. That's huge. That's huge. Okay, I got to go back. Where's my Amy's? Did you tell me the pal? Hold on, I'm looking. Clearly love is on my mind. Of course it is, because Venus is retrograding tomorrow. No biggie. Thank you very much. Where's what pile? Do you want me to pick? Oh, pile one. Thank you. Of course, you're Cancerian. You're not Geminian. You're Cancerian. I have a 26-degree Aries rising, but my first house is almost completely Taurus with a wee bit of Gemini. And my moon is in Taurus. I am totally Taurus. When I get passionate, I sound like a bull. I look like a bull right now. Okay. Let's look at Amy's love life. The Fool, the Ace of Swords reversed, the Two of Wands reversed, and the Page of Wands. The Hermit is on that. That's interesting. So, Amy, there is the possibility that you might know someone. Because the Hermit reversed is kind of interesting because the Hermit is reflective in this deck. It represents the Virgo energy, the work energy. But I want to offer it this way, because when I look at the Fool, I feel like Spirit is asking you not to look at your question in such a narrow way. I feel like Spirit is saying, I want you to take an adventure in love. And I want you to look up to the stars and invite in love and how it feels versus whether you know it yet. Okay, because we need to change some ideas. This is the reversed Ace of Swords. So we need to kind of have a new idea, to turn upside down what my version of things are. In this particular deck, that you see that it's almost like when you look at it inverted, it's almost like the sun is setting. You don't get a feeling of an expansiveness that the Two of Wands really offers. So I think that Spirit's asking you to be more expansive and to come from passion, because now we have the Hermit inverted. So you could probably meet him through the work that you do. I do know you, so I know that you do healing work. But more so, I think what Spirit is saying is to actually kind of turn upside down the things and the way you've been approaching things. Inviting in an energy, recognizing where an old energy is not shifted, and rather than, trying to put a square peg into a round hole, which I thought is kind of funny, because I literally walked down the street today and the Caltrans was putting square pegs into round holes as it was putting up new signs, which I thought was so incredibly funny. Because there's something about this Hermit turning it upside down, the Empress. You got to stop. I almost feel like to go on a new adventure is not to look for a relationship, but rather to receive it. So yes, you can feel an attraction to someone, but then in your head say to Spirit, well, if this attraction has any sort of soul's contract, bring it forth. Because here I'm getting both the Empress and the Hermit inverted. So we need to allow for receiving. We need to pay attention to more closely as to the fine, subtle nuances of what I want to experience in a relationship. That's where I'm going. So your answer, if you know him or not yet, I don't think that the Fool indicates that. I think there's a new adventure. I think that there are elements of the old adventures that we can look at as contrast in some way. And I think, too, that there's a lot to look at for in the way of a person displaying passion the way you need to experience passion. Passion isn't always touching. Passion is sometimes not touching and listening. Don't know why I want to put it that way, but that's how it feels to me. All right, Miss Selena, are you still in the room? Hi, Just Call Me C. Miss Selena, are you still here? I feel like I have to ask before I move on because some people wait so long. Selena Ryan, are you here? Are you ready for your question? Selena Ryan, are you still with us? Oh, that's so lovely, Susie, for you to write that too. Priscilla lives here. That's so kind of you. Okay, I'm looking for Selena. Is Selena here? If Selena's not here, I'm going to move on to Priscilla. Is Priscilla here? I see the question here. I might have to hop off before you get to me, but I will check in back after you post it. Okay. Let me look at the question. Curious about how the custody battle for my kids will go and what. Okay. Let me look and see. How will the custody, and I'm assuming that might be pile 1 with the 1 in the corner. So I'm going to go with that. Priscilla lives here. Okay. Custody battle. Will they be successful? Okay, good. Awesome. As I tune into you, Priscilla, I feel like your children are old enough to know what's going on. Are they? I mean, are they aware on some level of the challenge that's going on between the two of you for this custody? And is there a young boy involved? I feel like I see a 5 or 6-year-old. Oh, enjoy, Susie. 14 and 11. Okay. Is one a boy? Is one a boy? Is the younger one a boy? Two boys. Okay. Okay. All right. And I believe you did pile number 1. So I'm going to take that. We have the Hanged Man reversed. We have the Lovers reversed. We have the Ace of Wands. And we have the 9 of Pentacles reversed. Is this oh, you have a boy 5 and 6? Oh, okay. Okay. So that's where I'm seeing the young boys. Oh, okay. 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 This is going to be interesting. The girls are 14 and 11. Okay, thank you. That clarifies it for me. That makes more sense because I do think that the boys are aware of what's going on. And the girl, okay, I want to offer it this way. There's still a little bit of a road to go, okay? Because here's the Hanged Man, which tells me that the pause is coming, okay, to an end. The pause is coming to an end because it's inverted. And now here's the Decision is upside down. Because I think the Decision has something. Is your ex-husband? Is this financially driven? His wanting custody, is that financially driven in some way? Some people think if I have this custody, I pay less, because there's something interesting about. Okay, because this choice almost feels like the judge can see through the choice, like what's happening. Okay, he can see it. You see that fire? I see what you're doing. And so I don't know that the husband's going to get what he wants, because now I have this 9 of Pentacles inverted, and then here's the family together. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say that more than likely the judge will, of course, give the father custody, but I do think that the judge is going to keep the family together. So this is the great thing. I don't know Priscilla lives here from anybody. I don't know if maybe I know her, maybe she's a client. I don't know the name on the thing, but I don't ever bullshit. I just give it as it comes through. And sometimes it seems too good to be true, and sometimes it seems too sad to be true. But here it seems true. I think that somehow the judge or the court sees through the real motives, and I think that the children are old enough where we're looking for unity. We're not looking for discord. So then you're no longer stuck. And this is a money stuck card as well. So let me know how it plays out. I'd be really happy to hear, and I'll be saying prayers for you all to get it where it needs to be. It's sad when parents don't really think that little people absorb, because I'm not really, I want to be encouraging, but if it was discouraging, I would tell you, I don't think it is. I think the boys are very aware on some level. I would have to assume the 6-year-old might be the one I'm thinking is so, oh, Lammy girl, were you on Lotta's channel? Did you used to watch me on Lotta's channel? Oh, that's your oldest. He's going to be so intuitive. You can't mess with that kid. Oh, so glad to see you here, Priscilla. Welcome. We're going to be here every Wednesday doing readings for you. So keep us posted. Okay, let's see. Did I miss anybody as the sun is setting behind me? I think if we've got no other questions, I might wrap up a little early, seeing as my dog just doesn't like the sun setting before dinner. Did I miss anybody? I hope you will find her reading, and I hope it's a she because I keep calling it a she. Message retracted. Oh, no. I hope that they got to see their reading. Well, we'll say prayers. Okay, I'm thinking that we have no new questions. So we might just call me C. Did you want to ask something? I know you used to watch me, and you and Steven and Small Wildflowers. You guys are OGs for sure. It certainly makes me feel great that that's years and years. I look tired today, don't I? I don't know why. I'm coming across looking a little baggy. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. We'll say prayers for your mom to feel better. All right, you guys, since we have no other, oh no, that's not fun. I hope that nobody's puking. We'll say prayers for her. All right, well, I'm going to wrap it up for today since we don't have any other questions, and I'm feeling like it's a good time to wrap it up. So thanks, everybody. Come back next Wednesday. We'll do this again. I want to thank you all for your donations. It really helps. And again, I'm not really looking for the money, but it certainly helps YouTube think I'm more valuable to them. And that hopefully gets me on the algorithm. And then we get to grow our community full of love and peacekeepers and makers, because that's what I think we really are. So thank you so much. I'm a buried treasure, that's for sure. All right, guys. Love you so much. Maybe I'll see you on Sunday. Be sure to check for your monthlies. I just posted them. And be sure to check the Venus Mercury retrograde as well. All right, everybody. I'll see you next Wednesday. Bye-bye.